alone, no crowd can stop Lord Chippy from burning them down. Justice ain't fast, justice ain't clean. It's a long, sharp road through the in-between. So raise your fists and light your flames. Chippy's coming and he don't play games.
All right, for the first genetic defect who somehow managed to wriggle his way into humanity with his, skin suit, I'll be out one day. A man who wiped out an entire family in a quadruple homicide was, quote, not capable of living among society and threatened the jurors who put him away. Oh gosh, Chippy, just don't even stop. Just like right on through. You don't need to get indigestion, and we've got mulch. I really don't see how there is any problem with a man. This man needs more than Lord Chippy. He needs like Lord Chippy's Justice League. A Tennessee man suspected of slaughtering 4 members of a family he allegedly, quote unquote, knew, just months out of getting prison, was once described in a parole board letter as someone who is, quote, not capable of living among society. Way to go, parole board. You done Jesus's work, or Mustapha work. Maybe not everyone is wrongly convicted. Maybe some people are just demonic. Maybe when given a chance, there is a small percentage of people that just will not choose right and need to be taken out of society. Sure, there are a bunch of people in prisons who could be given and take an opportunity to have a better life, to get training, to do the things that prisons were in theory supposed to do. Give you a pride in working at a trade or things like this. I do need to make that. Let me write that down. I have noticed that with my new brainology or whatever it is that my brain is doing since I've gotten chronic pain and this whole neurological thing, if I don't write things down, it is lost, like the Ark of the Covenant. So I need to write that down. Sorry, guys. Welcome to how Mo works now. But if I don't write it down, I have found that I just don't. So that's actually why I take a bunch of notes. Again, parole board. I get that there are some people that really want to change their lives, but there are also monsters like this who need to be protected. The one and only thing a prison is supposed to be doing is keeping us safe. Yes, prisons, some of the people in there are monsters that cannot be rehabilitated. For the love of all that is unholy flapjacks, just stop it. Stop letting out these monsters again and again. Because you know what's going to happen? I have tried to warn you people, because I don't want little kids who are, carrying just a bit of dope, to ruin their entire lives. I could have been on the, justice reform train, but y'all have made it increasingly stupid and hard to defend when you're letting people like this out. You are going to bring back 3 strikes you're out with a force that you have never seen. I have warned you. I want criminal justice reform. I don't want prosecutors giving plea deals and ruining people's lives. I don't want people to make a dumb mistake and then it ruins the rest of their lives. But I also don't want to make excuses for monsters. And you have done that. And now when the pendulum swings, now when it comes back, it's going to be worse than 3 strikes you're out. We are going to see people locked up for 40 years for something stupid. And yeah, all you guys had to do was be logical and be, thoughtful about criminal justice reform. But when I'm the voice of reason, something has gone incredibly wrong. So maybe you smart people who do more than, whine at the internet like I do could get a handle on this before we go back to, pickets, pillories in community squares where you get to throw, rotten fruit. Actually, I would do that. Not gonna lie, I'd bring back pillories. Some people just need to be named and shamed. That's my thought. So, as I said, I have dueling personalities. I want to be peace and love, but I also want to throw rotten fruit at monsters. It's called balance. And according to calls with his dad, before he was paroled, he threatened jurors at his former trial. Quote, they're going to regret it. I'll be out one day, according to prosecutors. Now, written by the 26th District Attorney General Jody Pickens, the letter was sent to the Tennessee Parole Board in June 2020 as Austin Drummond, who was still being sought Sunday for the murders of James Matthew Wilson, 21, Adrianna Williams, 20, Cortney Rose, 36, and Braydon Williams, 15, was up for early release in July in connection to an armed robbery he had committed in a gas station. Now, the 28-year-old served 13 years after he swiped $44 from a Circle K while armed. Now, this office strongly opposes his early release on parole, Pickens said, condemning Drummond as a dangerous felony offender. Again, I don't want to be right about this becoming a pendulum swing, but this shows gross lack of being able to determine a person's personality. What are these boards looking at? If they got a strongly opposed letter from the state, if they've got evidence that he has threatened people, what are the Tennessee Bureau looking at that they're like, nah, he'll be a good boy. Look, he said he was going to be a good boy. He found Jesus, Chad Daybell, and Lori. He's been transitioned. He's fine. Now, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation reported Saturday that 2 suspects were taken into custody over the weekend and charged with accessory after the fact to first-degree murder. Now, details have not been released on how they assisted Drummond. The individuals have been identified as Tanika Brown and Javante Thomas, both 29. Court records viewed by Law and Crime show that Drummond has multiple convictions on his record, including the robbery and a retaliation for past action charge, which is when someone commits an act of harming or threatening someone in response to their prior involvement in legal proceedings. Now, local CBS affiliate WREG reports that the retaliation charge stemmed from Drummond's threats that he made about jurors, which Pickens referenced in his letter. Quote, Drummond's behavior while in prison should also be taken into consideration. Pickens charged that he has 25 disciplinary actions against him that include refusing orders, drug possession, defiance, and being possession of a deadly weapon. Now, prosecutors say that Drummond was charged for attempted murder after he completed his sentence for the robbery in connection with the incident. He was allegedly involved with some kind of contraband. Look, this dude is just evil and he didn't need to get out. Who let this man out? And they need to take some responsibility. He had no business getting out on parole. I mean, this is like letting Susan Smith or Lori Vallow Daybell out. This is ridiculous. So they have been on the ground looking for him. This is just, do not approach, if you see this man, if you're located in Tennessee, call the cops. Don't get involved. He is absolutely just the worst. And I'm kind of hoping for a mountain lion.